got to tell you how the system currently works before I can tell you how the change in Amendment 3 is proposed. Currently, there are 7 members to the Appellate Judicial Commission. There are 3 lawyer members, and you'll notice I'm using black for lawyers. Okay. And 1 lawyer from each of the districts of the Court of Appeals. So you've got a lawyer that's selected in the Southern District, the one from the Eastern District, and one from the Western District. Those lawyers are members are elected by the lawyers within that district. All of the lawyers within the Southern District will vote and elect 1 lawyer member to serve on the Appellate Judicial Commission. Then there are 3 lay members on the commission, and by the constitutional amendment, those lay members cannot be lawyers. Now that's 6 people on the Appellate Judicial Commission. The 7th member of the Appellate Judicial Commission is the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court. Okay? And the Chief Justice of the Supreme Court is elected by the 7 judges who serve on the Supreme Court. However, they have had for a number of years a tradition that every judge on the Supreme Court serves as Chief Justice for a 2-year term. And it's a set rotation that they rotate around as Chief Judge. And that Chief Judge is there for 2 years. And then the next Chief Justice or the next one in the rotation would become Chief Justice. So those are the 7 members of the Appellate Judicial Commission. Now what does that commission do? When there's an opening on the Court of Appeals or the Supreme Court, that commission accepts applications from anyone who wants to apply to the court or that is otherwise nominated. That commission can get a call and say, I want to nominate Elizabeth Ward. They'll contact her and say, do you want to file an application? She could file an application for that opening. They review all the applications. They interview every applicant. When I applied for the Court of Appeals, there were 25 applicants for that one position on the Court of Appeals. They reviewed the application of every applicant. They interviewed all 25 applicants. And then that commission picks a panel of 3 of the applicants and submits those 3 names to the governor. The governor then can pick any one of those 3 and appoint them to that court. However, it goes one step further than that. After that appointee has served at least 1 year in office, at the next general election, that appointee is on the ballot for a retention vote by the people. And that ballot will say, shall Judge Gary Lynch be retained as a judge on the Missouri Court of Appeals? That's almost exactly how the ballot language read in 2008. And you had the opportunity, Dave Strader, for the first time in your life, to vote yes on that. And Vince appreciate it. In the Southern District, there were 500,000 votes cast in that election. I got 400,000 of them in the yes box, and so that resulted in a 12-year term on the Court of Appeals. But that's the process.